Automate, setting up an automatic reply to emails received out of hours. With the right to disconnect passing into law, you might want to set up automatic reply for your emails received outside of office hours. That way, parents and others who may contact you out of hours will have clear expectations around when to expect a response. To do this, we'll create a flow in Power Automate, which checks each email you receive in your inbox, converts the time and date the email was received into Adelaide time, changes the day received into a number, for example, Monday is a 1 and Sunday is a 7, converts the time the email was received into something called a string, and then converts this string into an integer, so that we can use it in the next step, a condition. The condition is where we can put in the days that we work, so Monday 1 to Friday 5, the times we work using 24-hour time, so 8 AM to 5 PM, and then 2 other conditions so we don't send automatic replies to no reply emails or an automatic reply to an automatic reply email and have hundreds of auto replies to delete the next time we log on. So let's get started. Open your browser and navigate to the EdPass portal. Make sure you're signed in with your ATSCourse email. Scroll down to Productivity and Collaboration and select the Power Automate tile. When Power Automate opens, select Create in the left side menu and then select Automated Cloud Flow. Give your flow a name and search for the trigger when a new email arrives, V3. Select Create to build the flow. Select the first action and select the drop-down to see the advanced perimeters. We'll just need the folder perimeter. Select the folder field and use the file picker to select your inbox. Select the workspace to close that action and then select the plus to add a new action. In the search, type Convert Time and select Convert Time Zone. In the Base Time field, select the dynamic content icon, the lightning bolt, and then select Receive Time from the When a New Email Arrives action. Select the destination time zone and select your time zone. We're going to select Adelaide, which is 9.5 hours plus. In the time unit, select Round Trip Date Time Pattern. Then again, select the workspace to close the action. Add a new action, this time search for the Compose action. We're going to rename it so that we know exactly what it does. In the Input field, we're going to add an expression. Select the expression composer, the FX. The expression we want is day of week. We then need to add brackets, and inside the brackets we're going to add our dynamic content from the Convert Time Zone action. This will change the days of the week to the numbers 1 to 7. The next action is optional. We'll add another Compose action and in the Inputs field type the expression Format Date Time. Again, we'll add brackets and then select Dynamic Content and add the Convert Time Zone action. We now need to tell Power Automate what format we want this in. So we need to add a single quotation and add uppercase HH for hour, a colon, and lowercase mm for minutes, then close the brackets. Again, it's good practice to rename our actions, so make sure you rename this action. The last compose we want to add will convert the time from the Convert Time Zone into a number, an integer. Again, select the plus and search for Compose. We're going to add another expression, this time int for integer, which will convert our string into a number. Type int brackets format date time, brackets, select convert time zone from the dynamic content again, comma, single quotations, and then this time capital HH and lowercase mm with no colon and no spaces. We'll then close the brackets. Again, we'll rename this compose action. Now we have our data, we can put in a condition. So select the plus add another action and search for condition. In the first value field, select the dynamic content and select the output of that first compose day of the week. Select the operator is greater or equal to. Type 1 in the last field, unless you work part-time, in which case type in the number which corresponds to your first working day. In the second value box, again select the dynamic content and the output from compose day of the week. Select the operator is less or equal to, and for Friday type in 5 in the last field. Because these conditions belong together, select both of these conditions and then select the 3 dots ellipses and select Make Group. Next, we want to put in our working hours. These are also dependent on the day. We don't work the same hours on the weekend as during the week. To group these with the day condition, select the drop down next to plus add row and select Add Group. In the value field, this time we'll select the output from the compose time to number action. We'll again select the operator is greater or equal to, and then enter the time as a 4-digit number. We can leave off the front 0 or the leading 0. In this example, we'll start work at 8 AM. We'll repeat this, but select less than or equal to as the operator and our finish time, using 24 hours. I'm putting in 5 PM, so I'll enter it as 1700. There's 2 more conditions we want to check. As I mentioned earlier, but these aren't time or day dependent. Select the Choose a Value field and the Dynamic Content expression, and this time select From under the When a New Email Arrives action. In the operators, we'll check whether the From email address contains no reply. The last condition we'll check is that it isn't an auto reply. Again, select the Dynamic Content and select Subject. Change the operator to Contains and type in Automatic Reply. So now we have all our conditions, we need to change the condition so that it checks for each condition, and if any of these are true, it won't send the automatic reply. To do this, we'll change AND to OR and save our flow. Let's go back in and name this condition. It's our working hours. The last action we'll add is an email when the condition is false. Select the plus under the false and search for Send an Email V2. In the field, select the settings code, select the field again, and then select the dynamic content to choose from. In the subject, make sure you type in Automatic Reply prior to typing in the rest of our subject. In the body field, compose your email. And when you're ready, select Save again. Now we're ready to test. Depending on the time you create your flow, when you send an email, it's either going to be true or false. You can send an email from yourself, or if you have a secondary email, from that email. I'm testing with a secondary email. You can see here John has just sent an email to Edit Learn and it's 4 PM, still my working hours. I've refreshed my browser and you can see that the run succeeded. When I go into that run, I can see green ticks, and if I open the condition, Here you can see the time and day were true, so the false action didn't run. Now, to check the false action will work, I'm going to go in and change my hours temporarily. If you do this, don't forget to change them back after you've tested. I'll select the pencil to edit my flow, go to the condition and change my working hours to 2 p.m. 1400, then select Save. I'm going to send another email now. In Power Automate, select Back to see your runs. You can see this one has succeeded as well. When I select the start time, I can see the time in the condition. The first condition was false, as the time was greater than 2 p.m. In the flow, I can see a green tick next to the email, and in my emails, I can see that John has received his automatic reply. You could also test the automatic reply condition and the no reply condition. Once you finish testing, change the back time. Once you finish testing, change the time back to your correct working hours and save the flow. And there you have it. You've set up your automatic reply for out of office hours.